Hi, happy new 2021 to you, or actually positive 2021. It's got to be better, hasn't it? I'm sorry, I've been a bit of lapse in making recordings, but I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately and reflecting on where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm optimistic that by October this year we'll be doing some more touring, but in the meantime, I'm still playing at home and rattling around, and I'll come up with some more stories. But I want to answer something, a question that's been asked me a lot of times. I've seen you play so hard. What are your fingers like? Have you damaged your fingers? Well, yes, I did damage my fingers. I hurt my fingers, blisters and bled and this, that and the other, so much so that at one stage I went to a doctor, and the doctor said, "Whoa, you need a skin graft on those fingers. You need to take 3 months off," which, of course, I couldn't do. I was touring, so I tried the cardboard, wrapped them in cardboard and taped it up. Didn't work. Tried the new skin and all those things, but they didn't work. And then I thought, well, I used to do martial arts, and we used to use a thing called a mixture, actually, but basically surgical spirit, which is isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol. It depends what it's called, but it's surgical spirit is what we call it. And I used to put it on toughening up parts of the body, but I try it on my fingers, and I fill the bottle. It comes in a big bottle, but I have a bottle like this. And say 2 weeks, 3 weeks before a tour, I start putting it on my fingers like this, each finger. I do it on 3, sometimes 4, and the same on the other hands. It does work for guitar players too. Anybody that gets sore fingers. And it starts to toughen up the skin. Now, it doesn't necessarily stop you blistering, but what it does stop, it toughens up the skin. It stops the blister bursting and tearing. If that's not too graphic, I hope not. And so, as it builds up the calluses, the blister underneath sort of goes away. You're left with sort of a black or red tips to your fingers, but it doesn't burst, and you continue to play. And psychologically, maybe it takes a bit of the pain away. Now, some of you will know about that, I'm sure, but a lot of people don't. And so that's my tip for 2021. Interesting thing is, 60 years ago, an upright bass player, because when I started playing, of course, there were very few bass guitars. I watched upright bass players. And one bass player told me, we used to piss on our fingers. And I thought, well, interesting. I haven't tried it, but I looked online, and it's quite a common thing. And I saw one famous baseball player said for the whole season he'd pee on his hands to toughen them up. So there's something in that too. But I would recommend surgical spirit rather than pissing on your fingers. And you can do it whilst you're sitting on the bus or at a bus stop even. So, it's a much better thing. So if you're suffering from that, try it. Get yourself ready for touring. We hope to be touring, 170 Split hope to be touring October. We're booking a tour in for Europe and maybe some other places too. Talking of sore fingers, it brings me back to, I think in 1970, oh my God, that's 51 years ago, isn't it? And I can't relate to that. But 1970, 10 years after I recorded an album called Recorded Live, from the Festhalle in Frankfurt. You may remember on the album, famous Fritz Rau, a very famous promoter with Littmer and Rau Promotions across Germany and other parts of Europe, announces the band, and none from the Festhalle Frankfurt 10 years after. Well, a friend sent me an email this morning with a photograph saying that the Festhalle Frankfurt is now a coronavirus hospital. How times changes, and I bet those people aren't having as good a time as we did, and the audience, I hope, when we work the Festhalle Frankfurt. But anyway, that's another story. I hope you stay safe, and I hope you're managing to listen to some music, get turned on to some music, and do some writing or some playing. I've not done any writing, I must admit. I do a little bit of playing. I've still got it up here, and it's still there. I keep hacking away at it. I've also, to get fit, to meditation, I suppose, to stop myself going stir crazy, because we're in a lockdown here. I've taken up cycling, so Look out for some mad, crazy, unstable white-haired cyclist if you live in my area. Keep clear. Anyway, enjoy your week. Hope you're feeling optimistic and positive for 2021. I'm looking forward to getting out on the road with my band 170 Split and doing some touring, and I hope we make it to you. And I will come up with some more stories, and I won't leave it for so long in between this time. Thank you, everybody that's actually signed up and supported. If you're still listening, signed up and supported my YouTube channel. It's much appreciated, and I do appreciate feedback. I like to answer questions. So if you like it, please subscribe to my site. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.